I had a troll. I had a troll in my inbox talking about that I was a fan of yours, and I answered that troll, and I don't even know if I blocked the troll, but I just want to say that black people deserve better. All right, we need one of you motherfuckers to, deliver on a promise. All right. Basically, what I'm talking about is your fucking museum. Okay. We need a museum. Okay, you need to do something about that. I don't care if you get a vacant lot and just put some shit in a vacant lot, but you need to do something for black people, okay? We've been supporting you for a very long time. And, I recently put out I have a video on one of my platforms where I say how I feel about Farrakhan as a citizen of Chicago and the South Side and shit. I say how I feel about him and shit. I'm not that fond of him. I'm not fond of Jesse. I'm not fond of a lot of people. You talk about the Congressional Black Caucus and some of these, bootlicking motherfuckers and these tethers and all this shit. You should include yourself in that group and shit at this point, okay? You throw Sean James in there for his bullshit, but at least he's misinformed. People need something from you, okay? We need that fucking museum, okay? Don't be like Umar Johnson. He's just going around. Nobody questions him about the fucking museum. You got people out here making videos, but none of the big outlets question him about where the fucking money went for that school. And the fact that property was up for sale and shit as recently as a year and a half ago. Nobody says shit, but we're going to say something to you and shit. We need that fucking museum, okay? I'm going to start screaming at your ass like I screamed at Umar Johnson, and I will continue to scream at his ass because he said he was doing something for black boys, okay? And black boys need tangibles. We need a place of proper education, and as far as you're concerned, I just want you to complete your deal, with the museum. Give us some details. Every time someone asks you about it, you crack a joke or something, or you try to deflect and shit. And stop fucking deflecting and shit. And just answer the goddamn question. All right? Stop answering the goddamn question. I dragged a bunch of people on your behalf and shit. Okay? Drag some bitches. Okay? They deserved it. Alright, and you deserve it and shit if you don't give us what we want. We want a fucking museum or we want an explanation of it, okay? You got your money, you want it. The money you said you wanted. You said you wanted $1 million something dollars. And you got $1 million fucking dollars out of the community and shit. Now we need to know what you're doing with it. I thought it was suspect when you were talking about the fucking project, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to, I wanted to trust you. Alright? Because black people are, generationally trained to distrust one another, okay? That's part of our PTSD and shit, overall over the last, whatever, 150 years of slavery in this particular country, So, like, one of the byproducts is an acute self-hatred that makes it where you can barely trust the other guy that looks just like you and shit, which is sad. No other ethnic group has this problem and shit, okay? They're well-defined, they're well-represented and shit, but not here. We need that fucking museum. Alright, your hidden history museum. We need it. Whatever form it's gonna be. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't never buy none of your shit. Alright, never buy none of your movies or your music, okay? I didn't buy none of your fucking music. Because I want a hidden history museum. That's what I want you to give to the black community. That's the best thing you can do right up front. Give us the museum. When you were talking about it, I thought it was I was shocked when you got the $1 million because when you were talking about it so openly, I knew that if your enemies, the people that detract from you and shit, and fuck them too, I knew if they your detractors would do everything in their power to keep you from having a place to put that museum. And some people asked you, they gave you an out. They said, hey, can you make it virtual? And you didn't want to make it virtual. You said it had to be a physical place and shit. I'm like, it could be virtual at first, but you didn't feel that way and shit because you were busy trying to stack coins and shit, okay? I'm not going to say what you did with the money or nothing. Eventually, maybe you'll tell us, or maybe whoever investigates your ass, they'll tell us and shit, Black people deserve better, okay? We deserve something, okay? From your fucking ass, okay? The people that supported you, give them the museum. Whoever sent you that $1 million, give them that fucking museum. At least explain it to somebody when they ask you a question. Do not deflect or do any of that bullshit. You know, as an aside and shit, one of the reasons I hated that Mink Slide record, I hated the music in there. It didn't sound genuine. It was fake and disingenuous and shit. I didn't feel any real musical vibe and it was ridiculous and shit. I watched the goddamn videos. You made the fucking video on Hollywood and like fucking Wilcox and shit. Like partially, that was one of your locations. I used to live down the street from there. My first apartment in fucking Los Angeles. You know, in Hollywood. That was my first place I ever lived was Hollywood. And I lived on that fucking street. And it was funny seeing you there making your little video and shit, you know. Your music is bland. Alright? You know, I understand what you're trying to do, but the music is fucking bland. You know, I can't get into that shit, okay? And I feel like if your music career took off, then you would segue out of this bullshit. You wouldn't give a damn. Alright? Not, you know, nobody saying you don't have skin in the game and shit, but you brought up the museum and you took donations for the fucking museum. Now you're gonna try to be on some Umar Johnson bullshit, and both of y'all are the two peas in a motherfucking pod. You know, two peas in a motherfucking pod. I don't even want to see that shit you just made. That whatever the fuck that movie is with the American Indians doing karate and shit. I'm like, really? And when I saw that shit, I knew it was some bullshit. I know when I'm looking at a student film shoot, it's not a real movie film shoot. That doesn't feel like a movie. That's like some bullshit like I used to see when I was in like my first or second year of college over 25 fucking years ago. It looked like a student film. I'm like, come on, man, stop with your hustle. The black people really deserve another poverty pimp amongst us and shit. I just want to put it out there, okay? And I hope that if you are a poverty pimp and shit, that people catch you and give you the appropriate physical karma that you deserve. All right? Now you better get us that fucking museum.